Thank you. I'm Nalukwago Isingoma from Uganda. I work with the Uganda Revenue Authority. I'm the manager of business analysis, and I also do research.
Okay, you've attended the conference here today on unitary taxation. Could you tell us a little bit about how it's going to contribute to your work and why you think something like this is a good idea?
Okay, I've attended the conference. I've been a researcher. I've been part of the research on possibilities of unitary tax in federal regions. Uganda is part of the East African Community, which is a federal region. And this research has been very good for us as a country and a region. It has exposed, we've got to know other methods of taxation apart from transfer pricing. So we know there are so many other opportunities out there. And we hope this will help us as we are now looking at tax harmonization in the region. So this will be a lot of contribution to what options we have as we harmonize our taxes in the region.
That's great. And how do you feel at a conference like this, meeting other people who are working on similar things, many of them from southern development countries as well? How do you feel the sort of cross learning has gone, the south-to-south learning, and also what you've learned from the people here from northern institutions as well?
Okay. It's been very interesting interacting with people from the developed countries, developing countries, interacting with professors from universities and with some of us from revenue authorities. And surprisingly, you find that some of the things being done in East Africa are ahead of some of the things being done in developed worlds, and that's very interesting. We found it interesting. The level of communication in East Africa is higher than some others, and those are the things we have discovered from the conference as we interact, and it's been very knowledge building for us to find that there are so many options, and people have studied so much about unitary taxation. And I hope that when I get back home in East Africa, we can share this and develop this deeper for our conditions. Yeah.
That's great. And speaking of that and developing the work further, where do you hope that the work will go from here? Back
home, we have an East Africa Revenue Authorities Technical Committee, which has a research subcommittee of which I'm the chair. So this research work we shall share with the research subcommittee, then to the technical committee. And this technical committee feeds into the Commissioner General's committee, which feeds into the various governments in our countries. So I'm hoping that I share this work at the research level, and we push it forward to the technical level, then to the Commissioner Generals, and then it seeps into our ministries and governments, and we are able to add value to decision making in our respective countries.
Excellent, that's great. Thank you.
My name is Valadão. I'm from Brazil. I'm a tax law professor at the Catholic University of Brasilia, and I also work for the government in the Ministry of Finance. I work at the Tax Court of Appeals, Administrative Court. And I'm here in my academic capacity discussing issues on unitary taxation.
That's great. Tell us a little about the conference itself. How do you think it's helped with the work that you're doing and contributed to the work that you're doing?
The issue is very complex. Basically, what we have today in terms of international transaction and regarding multinationals is that they can allocate the profits where they want, so they can shift the taxation, and this is a problem for developing countries. And the tools that are available now were developed by OECD based on the arm's length principle, and they are very complex and costly for developing countries. So we are looking at alternatives that are viable and to a more simple way of taxing and keeping the revenue in the developing countries.
That's great. And a conference like this, it brings together a lot of people from the south and from northern institutions as well. How do you think a conference like this kind of adds to the cross sort of cultural, cross-country learning?
Yeah, it's a global society, so everybody learns with everybody. So we have to exchange ideas and see the problem from different perspectives to come up with solutions.
That's great. And where do you hope that your work will go after this conference and after this first round of unitary taxation program that we've actually done? Where do you hope that the work will go from here?
Look, we are dealing with a strong paradigm, a strong way of doing things for 50, 60 years. So when a new idea appears, we have to discuss it, we have to disseminate it, and put it on the table and look the reactions to follow up with the new research and new proposals. So I think that there's a lot of work to do